Hey, what's up everyone? I got me a Zwintz handrail. I'll leave a description down, the link, Amazon. Under 80 bucks, and you can get one for 1 to 2 steps, or I think it's up to 2 to 4 steps. I got the bigger one for this because it is a deeper platform. It just goes up into the garage, and I thought it'd be nice to have a little handrail as you walk up and put in here. So before I insert this thing, let's see. Well, here it is. I got laid out. The only bad thing is it did not come with instructions, but the good part is I'm doing a video and it's pretty simple to install. So you got your base piece here, which will end up standing up, and you just got your four bolt holes there, and so this will go over here, mount like so right beside this step, and then of course you got your top rail that affixes to this. Okay, so there's the top rail. It's actually heavier than the base. Got a little curled effect down here. Right there's the attachment where it will attach to here, the top of the base. And then on this end, you can see you got this little place that accepts a bolt there, pivot point. And that is where this piece will go. You see that bolt right there goes through there. Of course, you got 4 bolt holes. And then what we'll need to do is attach this somewhere here, wherever it's going to go. And I did look on the instructions, and of course it does mount to the wall in this orientation, so the way the handrail will push down on this angle, which is a stronger point on that weld. So the first thing I got to do is I'm going to rough assemble this together so I can put it in place where it needs to be, because we'll have to adjust in and out to get the right angle for this rail going up. And what we want is about 32 inches or so, I think is standard, up from each step, so it maintains the same amount of incline as you go up. They did give some tools with it here. Where's that? There we go. We got these. Just came with lag screws for wood application. I'm going to be putting them in concrete, so I don't need these. I think it's we got a 12, a 14, and a 13 millimeter wrench. Allen hex head for that little guy there. And then I just got a cheap drill bit set, just local Walmart, for masonries. Got the masonry bits out. I got one smaller one for a pilot hole. This one will fit this. That goes into the upper and lower portions of this top bracket. So that bit's just slightly this larger than this, or same size, enough where it'll go in. Then the screws will expand, hold it tight in masonry. And then you got these expansion bolts. They're just threaded in here. So this larger bit will adapt them, and then as you tighten these down, they will expand this sleeve into the concrete and hold. So this hardware is for this piece, and then these 4 are for this base unit. And then once the base unit's in place, it's just got a couple decorative caps that go on, and they got a little lock mechanism. It just locks in. These tabs go on the inside, and it catches here and locks into the place right there on that piece. All right, so I got to move this truck out of the garage. I sure don't want to drop my handrail and dent the truck, and then I'll rough assemble it. All right, so I got this held in place right now, and I measured up from the first toe of this step up, and it's about 35 inches to the rail. Same thing when you come from the second step and come up, it's pretty close. I'm going to move this right over against this step, this arm, and mark my holes. I already marked them, just did it vertical with the Sharpie. You can see down there 2 of them, but I want to move it over closer. So the other thing you got to think about, how come I didn't get it exactly on each end? Because when you come up here to this block, this porous block can be pretty weak when you start drilling too many holes in it. And I would end up right on the edge of the block or in the mortar joist. So I just came down just below to put the small hole in the top there, and then the bigger lags will go on the sides. I think I'll be fine. So This one I have not marked yet. So what I'm gonna do is hammer drill and install this base and get it nice and tight in place, and then reassemble this handrail after assembly in case something shifts, and then mark these holes to make sure I'll be right to drill them. So. This hole's got to go sideways. Outside, the bolt will go in there. Line this up over these holes. Hopefully we got them straight enough. They all go in there okay. There's the last one. It's looking good so far. All right. Alright guys, so there it is mounted. Don't do what I did. I drilled too big of holes here. You want to stay under 1/2 inch. I did half. It was just too big, so maybe 7/16 or even smaller to try. So I had a heck of a time getting them in there, but they're 3/8 now. It did have a metric bolt. It's good and solid, nice and tight. So now I can hook on my rail and then see where it is up here and mount that now that this is good and solid. And I could put my piece on this little base here. See how that goes on real quick. Shouldn't be taking that back off. Alright, so this thing just goes here. So these little tabs got to go inside this and lock. So I'll lock in the back side first, if it'll let me here. Get this one in. I could probably push them both in. Get them to slide. Oop. There we go. Oh, for crying out loud, I got one side there. There it is. All right, so there's the base locked in. That looks better. Okay, now I'm going to put this railing on. Make sure that's oriented the right way. It is. I want the angle down towards the weld. Push down, give some more strength. Just got to line that up. Just a little Allen head bolt in there. That. Finding. Handrail back in the slot. It's a lock nut. What size is that dude? There it is, we got it installed. So, nice and sturdy, pretty heavy duty. Little handrail. So now all we gotta do is try it out real quick. And then, I gotta get that truck back in the garage. So let's try it out.